Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Matthew Wilson. Matthew Wilson is an experienced entrepreneur and technologist. Prior to funding Omnipresent, he founded and ran an enterprise software business in the pharmaceutical industry and spent time as a software engineer and product manager. He holds a master's degree in theoretical and mathematical physics from the University of Oxford. He was named Forbes 30 Under 30 in 2019. Well, good afternoon, Matt. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Brian. Thanks for having me on.
You bet. This is exciting. We get to get on behind the mic here, but typically a lot of times I do this here in North America, but it's nice to traverse the globe. And today I'm talking to you out of the UK, which is simply amazing. I love this. I love our partnerships across the pond. So thank you. So Matt, let's jump into the questions here. I want to talk a little bit about you, your career, your company. You've got quite the career as a serial entrepreneur, a physicist, and now co-founder and co-CEO of Omnipresent. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Yeah, great question, Brian. As you say, I started my career in academia, doing research in physics, but then moved down and worked in London as a software engineer initially, before really kind of falling in love with the commercial side of building out tech products, and worked as a consultant product manager before then breaking out on my own, founding an enterprise software business. And then, a couple of years after taking that business from 0 to 1, started Omnipresent a couple of years ago. So, I think at its core, what attracted me about entrepreneurship was that ability to change how the world works. So be able to look at the world, be able to look at where the world is going, and then have an influence about the direction that's going in your own small way, right? So I think as entrepreneurs, you have that opportunity to affect that change, to impact the world around us. And particularly, I think building a technology company, you can do that in this really high leverage way. You can build out this sustaining organization that can have an impact at scale, rather than just doing that in your own way as an individual contributor. So that's something that's really exciting to me. And I think particularly with Omnipresent, the work that we do in helping companies operate all around the world, we really think that's, helping those companies realize those ambitions, opening up global markets to them, opening up amazing talent for them to be able to build, but at the same time, opening up this global opportunity pool for workers all around the world. And, those two things are things that really, really excite us here at Omnipresent and me personally. And to be able to impact that change in our own small way is something that really, really excites us.
That's awesome. Working in physics and then in the technology and software as a software engineer, and then having a passion to make a difference in life, you really can leverage a lot of your knowledge and experience, which is exciting. So thank you. And so Matt, let's talk about the pandemic just a little bit. What was your single biggest business decision you had to make during the first year of the pandemic, and how different is your business strategy today?
Yeah, great question. I mean, maybe a little bit of context. We founded Omnipresent in late 2019. So 6 months into the company, code really hit the world, and we'd founded the company with this strong conviction that the world was heading in this direction where companies would work together in a more remote fashion. That would then enable companies to operate much more globally, and we were building solutions for that. So, obviously 6 months into founding that company, almost the whole world is forced to experiment with this remote way of working that we were, confident was going to be in the future of work. And, a lot of companies realize, a lot of people realize, actually, this works great, and this is the way that we want to operate going forwards, and realize that fairly quickly. So, what did that mean for us as a business? It just meant that we had to run a lot faster, work a lot harder, and make sure, we thought this change was going to take 5 to 10 years. And in reality, it happened almost immediately 6 months into to the founding of the business. So that meant, we had to move faster, get to market much faster, make sure we were serving our customers when they were ready rather than when we were ready, and make sure we were getting ready as quickly as possible. So, I think in essence, it just accelerated the trends that we were building the company around, and then accelerate that. That meant that we had to accelerate our own growth, our own maturity as a company. Likewise, so meant that we could run a lot faster, that we were able to grow quickly, but then also some compromise along with that, right? So as you're growing fast, as you need to, get to market very quickly because there's been this shift in the world, that then leads to thinking, okay, well, how can we do this faster? Where can we, do we have to work in a more manual way in some areas while we build out the automation and the technology in other areas, so that can take over? And that's been a real kind of trend for the business, has been, let's get things to market really quickly because we just have to, because of how quickly the world changed with COVID, and then over time iterate and improve on those things.
Thank you, Matt. It's interesting. I've talked to so many entrepreneurs that started their business in late 2019 or early 2020. And surprisingly, they've done fairly well, or quite well in some cases. So that's a great success. And hopefully I'm interviewing the whole plethora of businesses that did start up during that time. But it seems like most of them have been a success. So good to hear that. So Matt, you're obviously leveraging some new and emerging technologies within your tech stack, right? Is there anything you might be able to share with us today?
Sure. So, we believe that the automation of human expertise is, one of our major superpowers as a company. So, what we do is we help our customers deal with really complex issues around HR, employment law, employment-related taxes, employee benefits. And we do that in a vast array of geographies around the world. We do that pretty much everywhere in the world. And, that requires a huge amount of human expertise that we have in our team and through our network of partners. But we always think about, how can we lever our experts up using technology, and how can we automate and digitize more and more? So, that comes for us in two forms, really. We have, what we call the Omni platform, which is a cloud-based SaaS platform that enables our customers and their teams, their employees, our partners and our experts to work together in a streamlined way, in a centralized way online, and to digitize and automate lots of kind of repetitive manual tasks. So drafting employment contracts, doing payroll calculations, doing filings, those kinds of things that don't need a human to do them, and free up the experts to work on the areas where they're able to really have strategic value. And then the second piece of our technology is again, similarly, this combination of technology and expertise together. We call that the Omni database, which is a centralized, structured repository of information covering all of those complexities of HR, employment law, tax, and employee benefits, covering the whole globe. So you want to understand, how does payroll tax work in Singapore, or what are kind of the expected benefits that you would be offering in South Africa, or what a particular element of employment law in France. We have all of that information centralized, and then we were able to build on top of that. Because it's been centralized, it's built with technology. We don't have to go to an expert every single time we want to find out a piece of information. It's there, it's centralized, available to our customers, and then available to build additional products on top of that. So, we really do view technology as core to our strategy as a business, to build a scalable company, but also as a way to free up people to work on really interesting work and valuable work, and ultimately improve the experience that our customers are able to get from our service.
Thank you. And, customer service is the number one thing. And I'm glad people are really starting to dive in and replace those repetitive, mundane tasks with machine learning, because today it's, as it just takes a second and somebody says something on social and it goes viral, and it's just very impactful, and could be a positive or negative way to your business. So thank you for sharing that. So Matt, last question here. Can you share something from your career experience that would be helpful for those looking to grow their career in either technology or entrepreneurship?
Yeah, I think, specifically around entrepreneurship, I think one combination that we talk about quite a lot here at Omnipresent is, we think about, having your head in the clouds, but your feet on the ground. So, and that combines two of our core values here at Omnipresent: ambition have your head in your clouds, dream big, aim high, set high expectations. But that needs to come with humility as well, realizing, what needs to be done, working from the ground up, working hard, working smart, not wasting time chasing vanity metrics or chasing things that might look good on the surface or help elevate your status, but not actually make a real difference. And, that's that combination of aiming high but being grounded, I think is an absolute superpower, and is a lot of the reason why we've been able to move so quickly here at Omnipresent.
And I love that. I've heard that analogy before. Head in the clouds, feet on the ground. I love it. So thank you. And Matt, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thanks, Brian. Great to speak today.
Bye for now.